course, the outcome would be different this time. That would be guaranteed. This can do it. Really do it. It can be the breakthrough. But I'm sure you have anticipated by now that it also needs you to once again safeguard the future of this family. Your family. But in the name of progress, because I hope you can understand my reputation in Sweden. No, I should state the science first. There's nothing like this on the market.
You have 12 weeks. There's plenty of time to get that bit right.
It is right.
So, earn his trust back and you will help.
I can't wait that long. His recommendation is only the first part.
Yes, but it's the most important. 12 weeks. It's enough time to make it feel natural enough. But for now, your first day...
You're determined to humiliate me.
Frederick, you promised.
Because I hope you can understand the position I'm in. My reputation in Sweden is compromised, despite my acquittal.
Frederick.
But I understand why you did what you did.
Dominic Copeland, Registrar.
Just feels like another one of those "and then there were two" moments.
There'll be plenty more of those.
You would have been so proud today. I need staff.
Have that covered.
3 electives, full clinic this afternoon, limited resources. Is there no way you can start on Darwin?
Orders, not mine.
That means the trust.
That means I can't say. Ward by ward, consultant by consultant. That's all anyone needs to know.
Great, so the wheel stops with me.
Sasha, it is one day under the microscope.
Which we all know leads to a lifetime of problems.
Career of problems.
Is there a difference?
That's the spirit.
Please. Come on, one day to clear my electives.
You're up first. Rally the colour troops.
Did you say you had that covered? Of course you did.
Hey, I found this gentleman struggling with one of the lockers. Apparently he's one of us.
Frederick Johansson? Great. Wow, that's an interactive resume. I see your name and you pop up.
So what do you prefer, Mr. Johansson, Fred?
Frederick is fine.
Great, super.
Where shall I start?
My office?
Therapy, that's what they should give me. How many years serving like a butler to that woman's every whim? Take one break from her, she feels my return with the equivalent of slopping out the outhouse.
Your decision, I recall?
Stockholm syndrome. Or even on AAU, I'd wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat.
Post-traumatic Jack syndrome. What can I say? I'm a woman on the verge of having it all.
Oh, and how lucky am I to be a little wedge in your little pie chart?
Yes.
Hey, Zosh. Just in time.
What do you think?
King or the boss?
For Lord Fletcher, of course, 3 bags full.
Apparently his brand spanking Darwin office isn't up to standard yet, so he's slamming it with us pros for another day.
By not up to standard, I take it you mean not ready?
Honestly, even if it was ready, I don't think he'd sign off on it.
You see my list?
And by the way, that was a nurse calling for him. He's already bagged himself a secretary. Mr. Brown needs his ECG. In the meantime, His Highness has sent down a list of tasks he wants doing on top of the everyday survival of AAU.
Well, I wish him luck with that. So, what have we got?
2 hot gallbladders and an incarcerated hernia.
Donna!
Oh, here we go.
Can you give me a shout when you've done your off duty? And there's rumours flying around that Darwin's next on this merry-go-round of assessment, so I need you to plug the gap here while I dance between both wards, okay?
Okay.
Sorry. You a lifesaver?
I'm a lifesaver, apparently. They bump up my pay grade, I'll even do mouth to mouth.
It's elective after elective. Discharge times we have to stick to, or else we face a mountain of paperwork explaining why we couldn't.
And the usual, no beds, no slots, no time.
Everything has to be meticulously planned or not at all. Theatre lists need to be reviewed and noted. Okay, this pile underneath are dictations for transport assessments. Good luck.
Well, these beds won't change themselves. But it's not like that in Sweden. I reckon you're mad coming here.
12-week attachment. Little time for madness.
A few people would disagree with you there.
Him being one.
Mr. Levy, he's really copying it today. A bit tense. Apparently there's some kind of assessment from the trust. Or the enigmatic Mr. Hansen. He's Swedish as well. You might know him. Bit weird. Well, not weird. It's, he's the boss. So shut up, Lofty. He's got ears everywhere, though.
I'm going to look into these electives, prepare myself.
Harvest, though, not Gold Rush, needs the extra emotional depth. I mean, they're both here somewhere.
Well, I thought you'd done hundreds of subdural hematomas.
Thousands, probably. But this is a microvascular decompression to cure trigeminal neuralgia. Extreme facial pain. And it requires a soundtrack.
Yes, I know what it is.
It's a referral from Lexington Neuro.
And did they ask for you specifically?
Well, they always ask for me specifically. I just can't always say yes. This, however, is what in Brain Geek Creek we would call irresistible.
And what in the creek would they call this?
It's something that Dr. Burton had me do. It's the rest of your mother's family. You won't remember them.
Oh, that's Auntie Chris.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. I stayed with her. And her daughter. I should have invited them to the wedding.
Well, I don't think so.
Why not? You're doing great. I'm doing great. Nice to meet the rest of that side of the family.
Yes, but we have an operation to prepare for. What about something classical, something with a bit of status? What do you think?
I had no idea he was your son.
No, why would you?
Just I had no idea he was coming, that's all. Come in. Thank you, Miss Carnick.
So, I get summoned like all the rest.
What are you here for, Frederick?
A 12-week attachment. I need the practical experience.
Yes, I know what it says on the form, but what I want to know is, what are you here for?
Okay. I was hoping you'd understand the position I'm in. My reputation in Sweden is compromised.
I can understand that.
I was acquitted.
I know.
You followed the trial.
Of course.
Hoping for what outcome? Look, I know why you did what you did.
All right, we'll get you your practical experience, if that's what you need.
And what else would I need?
Well, a set of scrubs for a start. You look like you've come dressed for a funeral. Frederick, I hope you know what you're doing.
You don't think I can do it?
What's this?
Play settings.
For our wedding?
No, for the teddy bear's picnic in the woods. Yes, for our wedding.
Sorry, maybe my intonation was wrong. For our wedding?
It's funny. I've seen them do it before.
Old photos of strangers in uncompromising positions.
My family.
Oh, family in compromising positions.
Those two are not related.
Family I never knew you had.
My mum's side. After she died, I hardly saw them. I mean, met some, but... So, what do you think?
What?
Find the funniest photo, and we use it as a place setting.
Sorry, so these old semi-naked Polish people that you barely know, I've never met, let alone budgeted for, suddenly on top table.
I have to invite them first.
Assuming they're still alive.
Unless that's a problem.
We're at capacity.
If it's a cost thing, I'm sure my dad will help.
It's a capacity thing. Sorry, what about my family and my extras?
Well, then you have to find some funny photos.
Oh, we don't have any funny photos.
Therein lies the problem with the Valentine family.
Okay. Far be it for me to question the sudden shift from laissez-faire to bridezilla, but why the sudden shift to bridezilla?
Hardly. I just realised that maybe I was focusing a little bit too much on me.
Well, you certainly look a lot different than the last time I saw you.
Dr. Copeland.
Actually, Mr. now. Well, that was some pancreatic tear I treated. It must have taken you some time to
Oh,
get
son.
over.
Yeah, I'm not a great one for wallowing in self-pity.
Well, Sasha and Lofty had absolutely no idea who you were. They were both mortified, Lofty especially.
Friendly guy.
Yeah, friendliest. And I'm going to come across as the opposite of that now, but I'm sorry. Would you mind if we give you a different locker? They shouldn't have given that one out. We retired it a little while ago. It belonged to a friend of ours.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Consider it done.
Sorry, I know it's really weird.
No, I'm only here for a few weeks, so I really don't care where I go, and I'm sorry about your friend.
Thank you.
I know he was like another son to my father.
Straight through to bay 3, please. Dr. Digby, I need you to do an ABPI and check his lower limb hole.
We're waiting for an RTC.
Double leg fracture fallen off the phone box. Something to do with a couple of funny cigarettes, a stick of rock, and a bottle of Remy Martin. Go figure. Incoming! Oh, here come the rest of So Smaller crew. Strength. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Can I stop you there, fellas? Whose bright idea was it to redecorate the penthouse during an Amber Alert?
I think you must be confused. We're doing a job for Budgie. He's moving into the big office here, just while upstairs get their act together.
Budgie?
Yeah. He's the new director of nursing.
Do you know what? He told me about this. Why don't you pop that back and I'll take over? I would love to help him out.
If you say so. To me.
To you. Mr. Levy, I need to know which operations I'll be assisting on.
Miss Easterman, this is Mr. Johansson. He's going to be talking you through everything before your operation, all right?
Yes. You're the adrenalectomy for pheochromocytoma. You've been experiencing anxiety, panic attacks?
Oh, he's cute. I'm not great company at the best of times, but yes, they call it anxiety. Though honestly, if you ask Mr. Levy here, I'm sure he can attest I'm much, much darker than that.
Right. I shall leave you in his capable hands.
Have I seen you here before?
I think I just have one of those faces.
Frederick, I'm mortified.
And I'm Miss Easterman.
I had no idea who you were, and when I said weird, I didn't mean...
Who is he? Good or bad? I need to know if I'm being treated by a bad one. Are you important, Dr. Johansson?
The opposite. Mr. Levy, I've done your dictations, referrals to transfer, patient lists, everything asked of me, and to be frank, I feel a little like a second-class citizen here as everyone else disappears into surgery.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that.
I don't see my name down even to assist.
The truth is, we're still waiting on some paperwork.
Paperwork? I don't think so.
Some documentation has been held up, your occupational health clearance or something. And until that comes, I'm afraid I can't let you into theatre. Sorry.
Marco has been bounced from specialist to specialist. Fluid on the brain.
Yes, hydrocephalus. And you had a shunt fitted a few weeks ago.
Turns out number one dad is also number one neurosurgeon. He really came to my rescue with this shunt thing.
The sodium levels in the blood are normal, but we will have to do a CT to check that the shunt is in place. So, we'll be back. My opinion, safe money is on a virus.
Based on his history, or the fact that he's reported drowsiness and headaches since he had it put in?
Based on the freezing cold temperatures he works in.
In Scotland?
Is that the coldest place you can think of? No, fish market. Marco is one of the last of the great fish porters. Family business. He's a lovely man. But we have bigger fish to fry. Microvascular decompression awaits. And I have just the piece to accompany it.